Welcome back, Yellow Jackets, to another episode of Yellow Jacket Live. I'm Eli.
And I'm Becca. We're glad you're back here with us this week. We've got everything from teacher appreciation, exclusive interviews, and of course, everything that's on everybody's mind is prom.
That's right. Prom is officially 4 weeks away, which means it's time for people to start panicking about what to wear, how to dance, and most importantly, how to make sure you actually have a prom day.
Or, just go with friends and have a good time.
But then who are you going to stand awkwardly with during the slow songs?
Anyway, to help answer all the burning prom questions, we sat down with our senior officers. Let's see what they had to say.
Welcome, Yellow Jackets, to a sit-down table talk with our senior student council. We are joined with Maddie Bailey, our treasurer, Hannah Randolph, our vice president, Kendall Plemons, our secretary, and Adriana Lafayette, our president. And we're going to be asking you all some questions about prom. So, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is the prom theme this year?
The prom theme this year is A Night to Remember.
Okay. What can students expect from this year's prom theme and decorations?
So it's going to be lots of shades of blue, dark blue, light blue, and just a hint of silver. And there will be a surprise at 9 p.m.
A surprise?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so come prepared.
Okay. Is there anything students should know beforehand?
Prom tickets are sold in the gym 8 in the morning to 8:15. They're $50, and then the Friday before prom, we'll hand them out in your skinny block. And then Prom Promise is also on that Friday.
Okay. And what has been the biggest challenge in planning prom this year?
Probably coming up with the theme.
The theme?
It took like 2 weeks. Yeah. We had different opinions, and everyone has to agree.
We had lots of good ideas this year.
No? And is there anything students should know about prom rules or etiquette?
Yeah, so once you get to prom, you're not allowed to stay in your car. And so you have to turn in your keys to one of the teachers in the lobby. And whenever you want to leave, you have to get your keys back from them and just make smart decisions.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. And remember, have a wonderful time at prom and make sure to get your tickets early because we don't want any stragglers. But make sure to have fun and we'll see you next time.
Thanks to our senior officers for clearing things up. Now, no one has an excuse for showing up confused.
Unless it's, of course, how to tie a tie. There are still people who that's a mystery to.
YouTube exists for a reason, Eli. Moving on, next up, we have an interview with Sailor Presley.
I'm here with
Sailor Presley.
And today I'm going to be asking her a couple questions about the softball team. How has your all season started?
Currently we're 8-0, so we're off to a great start.
And how has the team's dynamic changed compared to last year's?
We've added a couple of new hitters who have overall just helped us score more runs.
And who do you think is going to be the team's biggest competition this year?
I'm going to go with Sweetwater because we haven't played them yet, and they're undefeated also.
Thank you.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. I actually cooked.
And the fire department didn't show up?
Shocking, I know. But hey, I think it turned out pretty great.
I'll believe it when I see it. But let's roll the footage and find out if this was a success or a public safety hazard.
It's time to go cooking with girls. Kane always gives it a try, so we have to do better. This is Bella. She's going to be cooking with me. So, let's go.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be washed off. Like so.
Oh, yeah.
Clean. Fresh.
Okay.
Gotta start out with 1.5 tablespoons of some brown sugar. Doesn't have to be perfect. That looks about right. Right. And then you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 second. 1 teaspoon. 3/4 teaspoon of your smoked paprika. That's 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. You don't want a lot of that because it's super that all mixed up. And then you're gonna put this with your chicken.
So, set it up.
Okay. And that works.
Eating lavishly tonight. Looking so bougie. Okay.
So now that you have your chicken laid out in a pan, you're gonna take your seasoning that we made earlier and sprinkle it evenly on both sides.
You need to tell them that too. You press bake, and then you'll use the arrows to put it on whatever you want, but you don't have to press anything else. It just starts preheating like that.
Oh, on bake?
Yeah, press
bake? Okay. All right, so let's preheat to 450. I think it's actually 425. Time to put these in. Put This is not great when you have tiny arms. Okay. Okay. And we'll come back in 20 minutes. Okay, so everything just came out of the oven. It was like 20 minutes max. So we pulled the potatoes out, asparagus, and chicken. We're gonna put it on a plate and taste it. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So test try our food. Look, this is good.
Yeah, yeah. Those taste real good.
Those are bomb.
Next up, we've got an interview with Miss Montross about the school theater production happening next weekend.
Whether you're a theater kid or just someone who wants a night of entertainment, you'll want to check this out.
So let's see what Emma has to say about it.
I'm Emma and I'm here with
Mrs. Montrose.
I'm going to ask you a few questions about your play that's coming up. So what is your play about?
Okay, so the title of the play is Rogues Gallery, and the play is all about two security guards who are essentially dumb and dumber, and they're supposed to be the security guards watching this $1 million sculpture that was created by this up-and-coming artist. And because they're so not with it, they actually leave the exhibit unattended. And in the course of that evening, all these different characters come in and essentially damage this sculpture. And so they're trying to find an excuse to tell the artist and the critic when they come by about why the sculpture is damaged. And so they've got to look back through the footage to see how it was damaged. And so we've got some really crazy characters that come in and accidentally damage the sculpture. So that's what it's all about.
Okay, that's cool. And when is this play going to be performed?
Okay, so the play is being performed on Friday, the 11th of April, and Saturday, the 12th of April. And it's being performed at the Old Grove Church on Old Johnson Valley Road in Kingston.
Okay.
So tickets are going to be $8 for adults and $5 for students with a student ID. It's going to start at 6:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday night. We have a cast of 9 great kids that play 3 different character roles. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
No worries. Bye. Come and see it.
Before we wrap things up, it's time for teacher appreciation.
Look, we give our teachers a hard time, but let's be honest, without them, we all be doomed.
Seriously, shout out to the teachers who show up every day, deal with our shenanigans, and still have the patience to teach us.
So here's a moment to show some love.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode.
But before we go, we want to give everyone a little reminder that prom is on April 26th, and tickets are on sale now.
So don't wait until the last minute and then complain you forgot.
We see you, procrastinators.
Shh. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Also, don't forget to check out next week's edition of Yellow Jacket Live for all the information you don't want to miss.
Hope you all are having an amazing Friday, and as always,
Go Jackets.